god. It looks... She looks weird. Looks like her lip is right next to her bottom lip is right next to her nostril. Hello, lords and ladies. It's all over Twitter. It's all over the news, and it's been in the making for a long time now. Artificial intelligence. It can create an art at an impressive rate. Now, you may be wondering, why does someone with less than 20 subscribers and 16 awesome subscribers have anything to say about it? I'm going to come at it with a philosophical approach, because I not only have insight into art, I have an insight on what goes on in the writing community. The art community and the writing community are two worlds that are dependent on each other. Two worlds of creatives, but at the same time, they're kind of apart. I don't know. Now, to those who don't know, there are several websites that allow you to create art. All you have to do is type a few words or go into great detail to get a certain explanation of the type of art piece that you want. I've seen many awesome looking art pieces that I won't share because of what we're going to cover later on, but you just need to Google it to try it out for yourself to get the drift. I've never used it before, so I figured, hell, let's give it a try. One of the popular ones that I have seen was of Sauron in heels, and by heels I mean like stilettos. I think the AI did a pretty fine job. But first, let's focus on one slightly, deep, harsh reality. People don't want to pay artists for their work because most undervalue their work. Now, I'm not talking about those who do appreciate art, who are enthusiastic about it, or those who love to support the art community by commissioning them. Not everyone has money for that, but if they did, they would throw cash on the table without a second thought. I know firsthand how this feels. So while I was doing the Artist Alley thing, I created this fan art, right? And a fan of this anime purchased it. And it wasn't even that much, but I was pretty moved by her story and how she was looking at every vendor table, searching for this type of character. And I was kind of happy about her being happy, and I remember posting it on social media once. And someone replied, and he said that I was a fraud, that I should have given her that piece for free. Do you see where I'm going with this? This person may have thought, hey, because you didn't create this character, you can't make money off of this fan art or this character. You can agree or disagree, but this person must have never gone to a Comic-Con or doesn't even know what a Comic-Con is or what artist alleys are and how they make a living. You guys get my point, right? Don't get my point? Here's another experience I had. I was a vendor at an art community once, and I remember there was a lot of art lying around at my place that I was going to sell for $1. It was just art that I didn't. There were copies of the original art. They were digital. But I figured, I'm just going to sell it for $1. And I remember one person came up to me and said, in Spanish, he's like, "You're selling yourself cheap." Granted, there was a customer who was going in and out of my table. He kept looking at this art piece. He was going to buy it for $40. And it threw me off. It put me in this weird space because here I'm seeing somebody who really wants to value my $40 art piece. And then someone else telling me that I was selling myself short for those $1 art pieces. Over the time, I realized that the price of my art, no one can control that but me or the market. Like, for example, if you go to my Kofi account, I have line art at a price. I have color pieces for a price. That's my price because I'd like to do the math. I count how many hours it takes for me to do this, how much time of my day, how much hours of my life it's going to cost. Do you see why AI generators are easy? You can create a masterpiece in just 3 minutes. Back to the art journey. For a long time now, wanting to be an artist is, it was something your parents tried to divert you from pursuing. I'm not saying all art paths lead this way, but you tell your parents that you want to try this and they think you're going to be behind your bills. While that may be true because, again, society doesn't appreciate art, sorry but true, we now have an AI to possibly rain down on those who are trying to prove to themselves or their family members that this is their calling. At the end of the day, I feel like art is a lot like writing in this regard. The long runners have been through the deepest trenches. You will probably not sell a piece for a while, but you still pursue it. You may get a 1-star rating for your book, but you still keep on writing. Now, this just makes this whole AI thing scary, right? Terrifying to an artist, but at the same time, we shouldn't close our minds to new possibilities. Like Laurent likes to tell Rith, think of every possibility. So as an indie author, it's a huge win. We pay enough already with an editor, book designer, and whatever fees stack up on that. There are also a lot of fan arts that we commission. There are also a lot of fan art that authors like to commission artists. That's where you create like this really beautiful environment of authors and artists where they depend on each other so that they can appeal to their reader. So back to the AI thing, I'm just like, shit. I think we just need to be careful. Now, authors, do what you need to do. I'm not here, or I'm not anybody to judge anything. I'm not trying to gatekeep, but I also want you to watch your back. It's not just something that can affect the art community. You have to keep up with technology because there are AIs out there that are being taught to write an entire novel. Think about that. While you are on your 5th year or whatnot, working on one story, these AIs can already be mass producing more. The same goes for voice narrators. I am always using voice text readers. When going over my books, I also have a program that does it for me while I'm multitasking. Say I'm drawing and I need to listen to this chapter. I do that. Another example is I went to Costco recently and I saw that there's a self-checkout stand. We now have that at Costco. Basically, a lot of manual labor is being replaced by technology. But that kind of information hasn't been new. Should we panic? Maybe. I think we should just need to sit and wait. I'm all about using narrators that I can afford. But if I can't afford it, it's probably going to be read by some program. If not, it's going to be read by Matt Taylor, the guy who did an awesome job in reading The Secondborn. I plan on making it available here for free listening. Just give me a time to talk to Audible so that I can distribute it. Anyways, back to this AI art. I think the best we can do is not let fear paralyze us. Rather, we should always have a second option, an alternative when following our passions. I'm not saying if all else fails, get that desk job. I'm saying, how do you think you can make your art piece unique? How can you branch out from what is new? What is it that you have to offer that others' AI can't? Well, one could really say that AI is going to win. I've seen many comments about that on Twitter, that, oh, this AI did exactly what I wanted. An artist can't do that. And I'm just like, well, yeah, artists can't read minds. And an AI has a universe of already gathered information. So now, if you're making a living with your commissioning and say, hey, I already have my clients, I'm good, this whole AI thing is not going to bother me, you have to still be careful because your clients aren't always going to be there. Life happens and you still have to sell yourself out there. Before we continue, I just want to let the authors who make their own covers or cover designers know that you have to come into one agreement with these AI generated pieces. Make sure you have absolute rights to that image. These images may have a license restriction either by the AI generator company or perhaps there is an attribution stamp. One must still be wary of that. I buy stock images. I use the free ones. I use whatever I need to make the piece I want for my book covers. But you don't want to use something that might get you in trouble. I once saw a book cover that had 2 characters of a very popular game turned Netflix show as their book cover. Indie author fam, come on, don't get yourself in trouble. So, let's use this AI thing. Currently, I'm drawing Acacia from my Dragon and Mirror series. I already posted this artwork on my TED Talk and on Twitter and on my Facebook. But this is like a slower version so you can see more in detail of how I drew her. But we're going to be using the AI programs and see where that takes us. After that, we're just going to wrap it up. Again, I've never used this before, so this is going to be interesting. And yeah, let's do it. All right. right, let's do this. Let's see. I wrote AI generated art. All right. I guess I'm just gonna go with the top 3. Most of these are articles. Wombo Dream. Let's click on this one, shall we? Okay, start creating. Type anything. Okay, so a woman with gray hair. Bro. Remix your NFTs. Are you gonna let me write it or not, dude? Okay. A woman with gray hair and long elf ears with a blue princess dress in a ballroom looking melancholy. Period. Is that good? Okay, that's good. Let's see what we get, fam. I mean, sorry. Let me try again. Can I try again without having to pay anything? Let me see. The image you selected will be used as a reference for the final output. Ooh, you see, I mean, I guess that's like an author's way of like, oh, I use this as my reference for this art piece. So, I mean, I guess I can see that. But at the same time, this is kind of what I mean. Like, someone can get, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, because you can use someone's art as a reference and you're not, this just gives me really mixed feelings. You're not exactly taking from their art piece. Like, you're not taking their line art or the colors that they used to make your art piece, but at the same time I kind of see what this means. I don't know, just let's try again. Again, I'm pretty sure those of you who have done this, who are the pros at this, and I don't know guys, I'm using this really wrong. Show prompt and artwork. Should I upload my artwork, my completed artwork of Acacia, and use that as a reference? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. This is my piece. Let's see what they do. Default influence. Your input image has some effect on the... should we really give him that handicap and hit strong? See that? Okay, here's another issue I have here, because major influence, what does that mean? I drew this. I know every stroke I did. So what does that mean, strong? Like, how much are they taking? And what do we call that? Is there a name for that? Let's hit strong. Let's just go all out and see what happens. And I really hope I don't regret this. Like, I hope they're not, like, say, downloading the art I currently have and then using that to make their AI. You know what I mean? Everything's on the internet. I'm pretty sure the AI is not going to be dependent on my piece, but still, it's just something I really want to question. Oh my gosh. Okay. As someone who drew this piece, you can tell they didn't even change the background. You can tell they just took my art piece and then just lathered it with like their stuff and made this. I don't know how I feel about that. If that's really what you would call AI work, or just a command prompt to do certain things and then replicate them. Anyways, that's just one of the websites. Let's try another one, see what happens. I mean, look what they did right here. They just turned text into art. Let's see if I can just copy and paste what I have. Okay. With a blue medieval princess dress. Again, guys, I'm sure you guys can do a lot better job than this. Make private. I don't know what that means. What are you asking? And then this is kind of interesting right here. To make NFT, see our NFT generator. But again, you guys saw in the Wombo one, Dream by Wombo. How much is it original? Again, all art is inspired and referenced, but I drew the other one and I just seeing like kind of what they did. Like if someone did that, someone I don't know, and they said, look at my new AI art, I'm going to make it into a book cover. And I look at that, I'm going to think of my art piece and said, how is that AI? It looks like what you did was just blobbed a bunch of paintbrushes over my piece. I don't know. Makes me feel weird. Here's their art gallery. That looks pretty cool. All right, bulk create. I don't know what that means. I'm just going to hit create. And see what happens. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, in the meantime. God, that looks pretty awesome. Whoa, that looks cool. Okay, so I guess this one you have to be invited for. So we're not gonna do that one. Oh, they want me to make an account. I'm not gonna do that. My goodness. Poor Acacia. Acacia, I'm so sorry. Deep style. You can do that on Photoshop. You can do that on Photoshop. You can do that on Photoshop. I don't know. Sorry. I'm just like, I know those brush strokes. Ooh, this looks cool. Must I create an account? Okay, this one looks promising. I love the website. Fine, we'll try this one, guys. I'll make an account. A lot of these characters have the same nose. Look. I mean, no one's really gonna care. They're all very pretty. Do compose. I don't know. Oh, it's like I'm playing The Sims, right? I have questions. Should I hit upload? What do I do here? They're all uploads are approximations of the original. They take up to an hour. Nope, I don't have an hour. Okay, I'm not gonna do this. This is just now. One question I have is so people who do like cover arts, right? Tell me you wouldn't be using one of these faces to plaster on an art piece. I mean, I would totally do that. I do that with stock images. I can totally do that with generated. It's the same thing for book covers and stuff, but what the heck? All right, this one gets a heart. Please just don't make me make an account. Please don't make me make an account. Write a prompt. All right, I'm writing the same thing, guys. I know this probably not looks cool. It's not what I need to be. Oh shoot, I'm just writing that. Okay, styles. Can I pick more than one? Give the AI something to start with. I don't know, it's an AI. Why does it need my help? You will receive a notification once it's ready. So that's cooking up. I think that's it. Should we try another one? There's one called... Oh! Wait, let me look at it. Okay, it's working. It's working, guys. Oh, I think I know where I messed up. I should put looking sideways. I love... Okay, the ballroom looks pretty awesome. This one did more work than... This one just robbed my background. Whereas this one is... Sorry. This one is doing something. Should I do another one? Sideways. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, I did side view. Maybe this one will be better. Is that a mouth on her shoulder? I am so sorry, Acacia. Alright, alright. You guys let me know, which one do you guys like the most? Do you like this one? Do you like that one? Or do you like this one? Whoa! You guys! This one's finished. Yo! Yo! This one is 1,000 times better than all the fancy smancy hotspot. What is this called? AI art maker. Look at this. That is pretty good compared to my really crappy description that is probably not AI text friendly. It did really good compared to this because it's just a copy of mine. And that. This one's cool. Okay, so we got this one right. Let's look at the license. What does that say? To create one, buy that license for this image. So this is something that I mentioned earlier. You have to, they might be under a license and you have to purchase them. This one is a lot better. Like her face, obviously something's wrong with her face, but look at that crown. That crown looks awesome. She kind of gives me a little bit of like that Barbie movie princess vibes, like the way the arms look. But it's a lot better than Jeepers Creepers over here. Picasso. Oh, poor Acacia. Anyways, let's give Acacia some love and complete the artwork. She does not deserve this. But again, I've seen a lot better artwork. So don't look at mine and think this whole AI art stuff sucks. It's just because I'm doing it and I'm not an AI art professional. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna finish this drawing. If you haven't seen it on my TikTok or Twitter or Facebook, I currently have 2 commissions open on my Kofi account. I'll put it on my description. If you guys want to hire me, commission me for some line art, I do have one spot open for this type of painting that I do for Acacia. Yeah, I only have one spot open because I do a lot of stuff. Members get a discount. I'm probably going to increase the discount for members just so I can get people to join. If not, if this whole Ko-Fi thing's not working, I'm probably gonna do Patreon. Patreon looks so complicated, but we shall see. And yeah, thanks for joining me on this journey. Until then, safe travels.